warning. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much would you recommend La Perla Azul? So you're thinking about buying it, and the full price is pretty much the decisive factor, of course. Now, recommendation is either 0 and 1. I do recommend it. I do not recommend it. Example, Exeter. Exeter is ship I do not recommend to buy. La Perla Azul, I do recommend it to buy. That's not complete to what you're speaking. You say on the scale to 0 to 10. And you know, 10 things is a lot of things. It's like asking me, name me 10 things in your fridge. Lemons, milk, coffee cream, pickles, ketchup, mustard. You know, I'm at 6 and I already kind of feel stressed about it. So in order to tell you on a scale 0 to 10, I'm going to just play and narrate. Don't. Kitty, don't. Thank you. Kitty. So the common commander would be probably the cruiser one, because the other 2 or 3 are destroyers one. And now if you can look at this commander, what is it called? Conrad? And you look at the commander in store. Weekend bundle, I was going to automatically buy it. It looked like a common crate. Okay, let's focus. This is a great commander for it, because if you look, it has the torpedo, it has the guns range. Cruisers having a guns range is that you isolate yourself from 2 and 3 ship by getting yourself in distance only with 1 ship, and therefore you eliminate the 3 ships shooting at you. And then you have a torpedo range, 10%. This is a torpedo boat, as Perla Azul. Torpedo reload, definitely worth to have. And this is doing flooding chance, and then another, like, I'm thinking of getting this commander anyway for this ship, because it has perfectly, you can see it has perfectly what a ship needs. Like if you think about like what's the design of this ship, you just look at the commander that comes with the ship and it will give you the hints. I tried to put into the accuracy build, even put fire setting chance, like it just nothing works. The torpedo focus ship works well. So I'm using the torpedo speed, definitely. Concealment, which is something the other commander doesn't have, I've noticed, I think. Torpedo reload, it's the same thing that the other commander has. There's another torpedo reload, which would be like at 50%, you will have 10% reload. So it's 8 plus 10 on your half. And then definitely I would use this, because the smokes is what, how do we call it? If the experience is like neutral, like not great, not bad, okay, this is going to make it great. Being in a smoke, it's 2-minute smoke. And then I chose this, but we can talk about the details later when you get it. Kitty? No. I'm informing you that if I see you drinking from my glass while I'm playing, I'm removing you from here. Okay? I'm just telling you what's the future going to look like. Okay. La Perla Azul. Oh, we have the opportunity. Look, so this is all these cruisers are at tier 7. And like the question is something recommendable or not? It's more about the balance, which means like if you play the ship and it just feels meh, underperforming, it's just not exciting to play, for example. Well, for me it was the Excedra. Then you're like complaining to Wargaming and Wargaming is going to make a buff. Yet you got to understand that when they are releasing a ship, they are balancing it. They have an idea what the ship is going to behave like, what it's intended to behave like. So there's an idea behind every ship's being released, the pattern of behavior and the joy that comes with it.
Let's start.
And I understand what's the idea of this ship, and therefore my recommendation is yes, there is a fun playing this. I will show you how to have fun. So at the beginning of the match, I'm going to join my other guys. I'm not going to take myself alone. Now the concealment is 9.3. And realizing that most of the ships at tier 7 are having 11, you're going to be outspotting cruisers when there is no destroyer. We have destroyers in this game, which means the destroyer can show up here and spot me. So I'm not going to be spotting. Now, Kansas seems to be cautious. He's going to beach here. And this guy's going to be staying here, which means we are not pushing. And I'm just staying with them and putting myself into ability to shoot. Now, if you look at my range, it's 15.3, which is not standard. Standard would be 17. So this is like no range ship. Which means that I can't just stay in the back and provide artillery support. Yeah. Petropavlovsk is not thinking. Jaeger is tough to hit. It's such a spaghettini ship that... Alright, Vladivostok. But Russians can be burnt, set on fire. Now I'm exposed, so I get to find again island. I'm doing evasive maneuver. I'm still spotted. Looks like it's a Plymouth or something shooting me. As you can see, the guns, they are not punching. It's not like I get 3,000 or 4,000 DMG with each salvo.
Teammate, your help would be great. Just a thought.
Okay, so they have a Jaeger there that is spotting him and he's being farmed on. And I am going to take the flank to make a spotting.
Feel free to support me with fire.
Now, I got to be thinking with this ship, my strength or qualities is torpedoes. So I got to be thinking, how do I send those torpedoes? And this is perfect gameplay because everybody's pushing, right? Double if you are a cruiser. The battleship just want to go for you, they go forward. So using those torpedoes, look at those angles, awesome. As you can see, the cruisers, they aren't really dealing tons of damage despite the armor. So it's just a battleship. And even the battleship will not citadel me from bow, only when I'm angled or definitely like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get myself into bad position for Vladivostok.
Enemy cruiser in sight. This'll be
And using the
fun.
smoke, because Vladivostok will not leave me
Time
alone.
for smoke.
I get citadel for the first time, which is something that you get to expect is going to be happening, and use the heal for it. And I'm going to be setting him on fire and use the torpedoes combine. As you can see, it floods. Now he's going to use the damage con. 2 torpedoes hit and another salvo is coming, and I'm already 13 seconds reloaded for another salvo. I'm still releasing the smoke, and there's coming another torpedo. So the Marissa will make it very enjoyable, more enjoyable too. But even this commander is sufficient. 1, 2. He's not having damage con. Now those torpedoes are like 95 knots. He doesn't know. We can think about what he's going to do. He's either going to forward or turn. Look. Another flood.
Battleship detected. It's not feeded. Here's our target. You're welcome.
And now I have a, what is it, main? What a beautiful camo.
Enemy cruiser.
And then we have these 2 cruisers, which, again, I'm going to come closer to them because of the concealment, and use those torpedoes to stop them from pushing. I still have 2 heals to deal with the citadels. You can see that 1 citadel is not going to wreck me. That's also a good thing to notice, that if you are going to be hit at a citadel, there is not tons of citadel to get a lot of damage. So the heal is pretty good to help you with these, accidental... They are not pushing, and this guy is staying in the smoke. So I don't have to do anything here. We go for A. He's going to use the smoke, which is... Oh, just finishing, okay.
Some cover fire would be appreciated.
There's nothing to do, really. I could use the smoke to help him. And I'm probably going to do so. Because I don't want to lose him. I can't take those cruisers alone.
Time for smoke, isn't it?
Where's the smoke?
Smoke screen would be nice.
So I need to smoke him against both cruisers and battleship. And then I'm going to hunt the Delaware, because like what am I can't really win against any of these cruisers on a long range. The only way how I can win against those cruisers is to push straight at him. They cannot penetrate me because my armor is very tricky. And then torp them, basically torp them, kamikazing the... Now you can see Blucher is going forward. So I'm going to send the welcoming torpedoes and stop his pushing. Also, I'm cancelling the Delaware because we need to focus on the Blucher here. Okay, smoke is kind of wasted because they finished him.
Probably all shoot the same
But
thing.
I still am behind my decision that was the right thing to do. Now, there is 2 cruisers, Pozharsky, Blucher, and Bagration probably, and they are pretty strong, all of them. So I'm going to just retreat from the flank, because I am the only target that they can now shoot. See how fast it is? He didn't have a reaction time at all. So right now I have 4 ships that I am their only target. There is no way for them to spot me, and I can spam them with torpedoes. So I'm now psychologically taking on 4 ships while my other 2 are just doing their work at sea. And I'm going to slowly go towards the Delaware to torp it. Delaware is going for a B, perfect. He's using sonar. And I'm going to be spotted because he's going straight and I can't turn. 9.3 versus 9.9, so now I can't torp him because torping is slowing me down. His sonar should be still on. Let's see. Doesn't look like. No, he's not responding, so his sonar is not on. 9.7, I'm 9.3. So I wait for reload of these, which is in 4 seconds. So if I had this Larissa commander on, let's compare it if I would be having. I'm still safe. 9.7 versus 9.3.
Battle's almost over. 5 minutes to mess it up. Or not.
Yeah. I think he's not going to have a good reaction to this. There's another one. Now I will unspot him so he can get the relief and stop thinking about my torpedoes. And I go for Delaware. And I smoke.
Time for smoke, isn't it?
I think it's mine.
Well, there goes their battleship.
And we go hunt them.
Smoke screen up.
Oh no, Bagration has a radar, 11.7, so I'm going to be spotted. So once he reaches the island, right now, I'm engaging, because his turrets are slow. Now, if he's going to go this way, he's going to make a mistake, right? So we are now in good position. I need to go back because, like, those 3 cruisers and battleship up there.
Retreat, preferably with dignity.
It's basically Yinan mentality. When they released Yinan, everybody loves Yinan for the same reason of the idea of the playstyle. Like, it's just one torpedo after another, quick, you can't avoid it, it floods you. See, nobody's pursuing me. Like, the whole area behind me becomes mine. Territorial, very territorial claiming ship. The torpedoes are 12 kilometers, and with the Marissa it would be 11. It will be 13.2, right? So do we have what? That's the Pozarski. It's going to go for C, and we will have opinion about it. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get the C. Because the Blucher will be gone.
Return to that area.
Pozarski doesn't have a radar, so I can just play with him. Oh,
Enemy
he's going to
battleship
move.
in sight.
He's going to move
This will be
forward.
fun.
All right. Will my torpedoes reach there? He just needs to deny the cap. And I need to make sure that when this guy pops the radar, that I'm not being spotted or distracted. Oh no! We are almost winning. Okay. So yeah, I had a fun. Now let's look at the Marissa. So advantage of having this over the Marissa, is so I have a 10% more reload and then I have concealment, and then I have this. This is pointless to compare. And the Marissa is not having concealment. That's a big thing. Because yet it's having the range. I don't know. Yet it doesn't have the speed. I think the speed would be okay, not have to. But I would rather even spec it more into speed. Probably, yeah. Would the range... So when I had this range, would the range change anything? Like, did I really feel that I wish I had more range? I didn't, right? It did. I was mostly just spamming torpedoes. So that's not better. Now this will give me like 1.2 kilometers more range on the torpedoes. Did I need range on my torpedoes, really? No, I needed speed, I needed concealment, because that Blucher that was pursuing in the Vladivostok, it really was catching up to me. So I would appreciate having probably a turn. This is definitely needed for the ship. And this is also great, flooding chance. It's improvement for what it is. It says 60%, but we don't know what is the base to devise 60% from, and torpedo damage is pointless. So I would still question if this is really needed compared to this. Definitely it is. As you can see, I used 3 smokes and I needed more. So this will give me range 6%, which would be 600 meters, which would be 13.8. More damage. It's not really Shimakaze torpedo to spec it into the damage. And detectability is 200 meters. It's already great because it's probably good too, but it's not as good as having +1 smoke. This is same. And this perk is another 4%, which is like 300 meters. So you will go to 14 kilometers. And torpedo detectability is 120 down. So that's great, like 120 down. That just means that they will not react to the torpedo. It will be 300 meters. And 300 meters is a lot. on torpedoes that go 95, 91. 1.8, it will be 1.5. But as you can see, it's working. My torpedoes do hit, so it's kind of improvement that you would like to do. Yet the thing is, if I use the Marissa and not use this one, so I will use this Marissa. The comparable perk of a Conrad is pointless. I will use this because the speed is like a reaction time. If you increase the speed, you will decrease the reaction time. That's why reaction time is not really in figure that is being put into the spec, because it's changes and they don't have the recalculation that well, I guess. So I would definitely choose this. Probably it's designed so if you have detectability this way down, then you don't need the speed. So yeah, comparable, I would put this on, and get range. The range is not really needed. Then I would use this. This doesn't make any difference on the ship. I tested it. And then I don't have the concealment. So I will be having like 9.8. So this Marisa is really not, like, it's improving the range, or improving the range here, and improving the flood damage and reaction time. Yet it's taking away things that are giving to the strength of the ship, which is the turning radius and concealment and 3 smokes.